Hi, this is Linda with our Beginning American English Lesson 12. I'm going to talk about verb form sentences practice, and I want to compare it to the way I am learning a foreign language. To me, it's a second language, and it's Korean. 한국어 배우고 있어요. This says Korean, learning I am. And it is very different in its sentence structure from English. The alphabet is easy. The first thing you probably did, was learn the alphabet and then learn the sounds and how the alphabet fits together to make words. But in English, as well as in Korean or another language, you can learn thousands of vocabulary words and not be able to communicate. The only way you communicate is in a sentence. So I'm trying now to spend most of my Korean practice learning sentences and saying them quickly. I can say greetings, and I can say that I speak a little Korean, and I have some things that I can say, but the best way for me to learn Korean is to learn it sentence by sentence. So here we go with some English sentences, and I'm using the verb drink. Remember, it's drink, drinks, drinking, drank, drunk. Drinking has to have a helper, and drunk has to have a helper. The other ones can be by themselves. But in this first sentence, I say, I can drink tea. I added that helper that makes it a vague future. So drink goes with a vague future. It goes with anytime or sometimes, and it goes with an infinitive, which we will talk about in another lesson, but this is to drink. If it has a to in front of it, it has to be the first form. And the future, will drink, has to be the first form. That's how we make English sentences with the verb drink. Then there's I am drinking tea now, am drinking. Now I don't have a drinks in here because all of the subjects are I. If I had put he right here, it would have been he drinks tea sometimes, but I didn't use that sample. As we keep going, I drank tea, that's in the past, and I have drunk hot and iced tea. That's probably, I didn't drink them both at the same time. I did it over time, so I said I have drunk. Now, if I were going to say it in Korean, here is the sentence in Korean, just so you'll see how I struggle. Now, the word there's non and 저는, I use 저는. I don't have to say it. I can leave it out. So I just said tea, drink, can, and this is the verb ending. So the sentence that I can drink tea, I don't have to say the I. I'm using it in this last sentence only. I'm just going to say tea, drink, can, and with the verb ending that lets me know that it's now. 차를 마실 수 있어요. I drink tea sometimes. 가끔 차를 마셔요. I want to drink tea. 차를 마시고 싶어요. I will drink tea. 차를 마실 거예요. I am drinking tea now. 지금 차를 마시고 있어요. I drank tea. 차를 마셨어요. And then this longer sentence I put more in. I have drunk hot and iced tea. As far as I can tell, drank and have drunk will be the same. So I use I this time. I could use 나는 or 저는 뜨거운 차과 아이스 티를 마셨어요. So I'm practicing like that, and I try to practice while I'm doing something. I can drink tea. I drink tea sometimes. I want to drink tea, and I will drink tea. I am drinking tea. I drank tea. I have drunk hot and iced tea. Actually using it while I'm using tea helps me remember, and so I want you to be able to do that going through I can, I do it, I drink tea, I want to drink tea, and I will drink tea. I am drinking tea. I drank tea. I have drunk hot and cold tea or iced tea. And that gives you a chance to use the sentences in a way that's meaningful. This is a very simple one, but I think it will help you. You can use these sentences and just look at them for a minute and make sure you can say those in the right context. Now I'm going to use the verb drink in some sentences, and I will have to explain a few things here. This is a conversation between Sue and Nick. Now I'm asking a question, and I want to know if Nick always, many times in his life, drinks tea. But because it's a question, I need a helper. So I take you do drink tea and put the do in front, because do drink and drink mean the same thing. Do you drink tea? Sue asks. Nick says, yes, I sometimes drink tea. I can't drink tea. This is like I can drink tea, but we put a not in there to mean the opposite. I can't drink tea with caffeine, but I can drink decaffeinated tea. I have drunk tea for many years. I didn't drink decaffeinated tea in the past. Now I could have said I haven't drunk decaffeinated tea in the past, but I'm lumping all the past together as though it's one thing because it's over with and I'm basically talking about this. So it's okay to use just the past. I drank or I didn't drink in that second part because the past is put together as one. That's just a minor thing. You can say I have not or I haven't drunk decaffeinated tea in the past if it helps you to keep it straight between the two. But now I do. Now I can say, but now I do drink it. Or I could just say, but now I drink it. But many times, if we already know the verb that we're talking about, we'll just stop with the helper do. I do. The same thing happens when two people get married. In a wedding ceremony in America, often the person will say, do you promise to love and cherish this person forever? And the bride or the groom says, I do, meaning I do promise to do all these things. So it's an emphasis that only needs the do because we already know the long phrase that you're saying you will do those things. So you can end a sentence, but now I do. I did not, but now I do. Sue says, many of my friends drink iced tea. I put a D on it because it's like the verb of putting ice in, icing it. Iced tea. But my friend Diane drinks, now it's just Diane, she, so I can put the S on it, drinks only hot tea. And she drinks hot tea many times. So it's an anytime verb form. Now, I'm asking a question. I could say you want, but it's a question, so I get the do in there. Do you want? Now, the verb in this sentence is want. It's not drink. I'm interested in what you want. And so I put a to in front of drink so that it's no longer a verb. It can't be a verb if it's got to before it. It's not the main verb. It can have a direct object like a verb, but it cannot be the main verb if I put a to in front of it. So do you want what? To drink. Do you want to drink? And then it does have a direct object, some tea with me now. Okay, I want to drink. Want is the main verb. Drink is not the main verb. To drink is a direct object. I want to drink some iced tea since today is so hot. Is that okay? Sure. Here is a glass of ice and a pitcher, that's pouring it from a pitcher. A pitcher of decaffeinated tea. I am drinking hot tea myself. That's what Sue says. I am drinking hot tea myself. Myself and I have to refer to the same person. That's from our study of pronouns. Nick says, I drank hot tea with breakfast this morning. That's one time. It helped me wake up. That was one time in the past, drank. However, up here, have drunk many times. I had to use the have drunk. But now I am drinking cold tea. I want, there's the main verb, to drink something cold and refreshing. We will study infinitives later by themselves, but I wanted you to see how it would flow if you did the sentences I introduced to you and then use them in a conversation, how it would work out. I'm going to read that one more time. Sue says, do you drink tea? Nick says, yes, I sometimes drink tea. I can't drink tea with caffeine, but I can drink decaffeinated tea. I have drunk tea for many years. I didn't drink decaffeinated tea in the past, but now I do. Sue says, many of my friends drink iced tea, but my friend Diane drinks only hot tea. Do you want to drink some tea with me now? Nick, okay. I want to drink some iced tea since today is so hot. Is that okay? Sue says, sure. Here is a glass of ice and a pitcher of decaffeinated tea. I am drinking hot tea myself. Nick says, I drank hot tea with breakfast this morning. It helped me wake up. But now I am drinking cold tea. I want to drink something cold and refreshing. Okay. If you like this style of teaching, I won't add the Korean every time, but if you like this style of teaching with sentences in different times and then a conversation, if you put in comments that you liked that style, I'll know to do more if you want to do that. Anyway, thank you for watching. Bye-bye.